Good morning, everyone. Please join me in my prayer. Source of wisdom and wonder, God of love and truth. As the new academic year unfolds, we give thanks for each person gathered here, students, staff, and faculty, whose presence reminds us that this community is never finished, never complete, never closed. We give special thanks for the first year and transfer students, and for the new faculty and new staff who now join this academic community. May their curiosity and creativity enrich our common life of learning and service. May their gifts and dedication among us be met with gratitude and respect. We also give thanks for our athletes and coaches whose strength and discipline enrich the life of this college and inspire us all to strive with perseverance and teamwork. We ask for the courage to lift up stories that widen our welcome, to pursue equations and calculations that open new understandings, to create music and paintings that stir our spirits, to honor languages and traditions that connect us across cultures, and to form communities that reveal the ties binding us one to another. Bless us in the work ahead of us, and hear our prayer for imagination, humility, and boldness in its pursuit. As we begin this new year together, may we carry these hopes forward. Grant that we may listen for unexpected harmonies among histories and sciences, philosophies and arts. Awaken us to discover new constellations of words, ideas, and practices that help life flourish in a world aching with pain and suffering, yet alive with joy, resilience, and promise. May our learning and our questioning, our measuring and our interpreting be acts of love for the Word. May our life together this year be shaped by our deepest inquiries and our fiercest hopes. Guide us to embody the spirit of this college, independent minds working together, so that the knowledge we seek and the community we nurture here might ripple outward in service to the common good. With gratitude for the gift of this day and this community, in your beautiful name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Dr. Park. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, community of Scots, faculty, seniors, first years, all students, staff, and guests, to the College of Wooster's 2025 Convocation. Each year, as classes begin, we come together to affirm our shared purpose as a community of higher learning. Our aim is ambitious: to chart a path from curiosity through disciplined inquiry, experimentation, research, and debate to glimmers and manifestations of truth. We seek greater understanding of ourselves, others, and the worlds in which we live. We pursue self-expression and communication. We foster creative and athletic talents, spiritual and ethical growth, local and global community integration, and the discernment of meaningful vocations. We do all of this, as our mission statement affirms, to prepare students to become leaders of character and influence in an interdependent global community. Today, we recommit ourselves to this ambitious task and to each other, since our success depends on learning from each other, with each other. After all, a college is at its core a community of people who may have little more in common than a desire to live and learn at the same location, at the same institution. This convergence, which we often take for granted, is in fact foundational, the secret, deep magic of what we offer, a place, context, and small society where people learn, think, grow, develop new knowledge, and explore freely in the company of others who are striving to do the same. Our success lies in a culture that values curiosity, humility, and the conviction that everyone in our community has intrinsic worth, and that everyone can and should learn something from everyone else, even and perhaps especially from those with whom we disagree about ideas, beliefs, and issues of the day. As we embark on our academic year, we draw strength and purpose from our identity as a college known for its fierce historic embrace of both independence and community, that independent minds working together that we all know so well. It's an apparent paradox that we hold in our hands, our hearts, and our minds. The challenges we face vary. Some are mundane, such as accessing food in Lowry late in the evening. I still don't know how. Successfully obtaining state issues IDs. I know a student last year who went maybe 9 times to the office. I hope he got his. And attending early morning classes. Others are interpersonal, the complications of making and sustaining friendships, of learning how both to use your voice and lend an ear. And we also, all at this college, face the intricate challenges of learning the deeply creative and intellectual IS projects. We learn the methods and the techniques of the deeply intellectual IS projects to which our seniors dedicate themselves today under the guidance of their faculty. Along the way, we seek to expand our ethical understanding of a world that includes not only beauty and possibility, but individual and collective pain and tragedy, including unspeakable suffering we inadvertently and voluntarily cause each other. So now, as we set out on our journey of self-development for this 2025-2026 academic year, I offer a simple yet powerful question. Are we brave enough and wise enough to grasp this opportunity and accept the challenge of the future? This question comes from the speech delivered by Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru just 1 hour before India's independence occurred at midnight on August 15, 1947. I rarely quote political leaders, but the timing of this year's orientation led me to put his challenge to our incoming first-year students right before they began their official orientation program last Saturday. And so I put it to all of us now. Are we brave enough and wise enough to grasp this opportunity and accept the challenge of the future? I believe we are. I know we are. I know that our answer will be yes, together, and that we will align our attitudes, our efforts, and our daily routines to make that response true. I am confident because here at the College of Wooster, we do not shy away from challenging problems or hard work. We embrace the pursuit of knowledge in all things, even when it requires, especially when it requires, mastering unfamiliar multiple methods and techniques, confronting controversial ideas, questioning long-held assumptions. In all cases, we follow the evidence, put forth our best understanding, and invite dialogue and debate. Our commitment to academic freedom compels us not only to assert our views, but to see them tested and accepted, challenged, or refined by others equally committed to contributing to knowledge and truth that will ultimately enrich our world. Each year, I recall, if ever so briefly, the nationally prominent 1923 dispute and 1925, in which the College of Wooster stood firm in the face of former Secretary of State William Jennings Bryan's efforts to defund the college for teaching evolution, 2 years before the very well-known Scopes trial. While I won't delve into the particulars of that case today, it provides a point of pride, a touchstone, a lasting reminder of the responsibility we bear in seeking and defending inquiry and the path to truth. This fall, our college community has a special opportunity to reflect together on the relationship between academic freedom, the open search for truth, and our political system. I want to thank the Department of Philosophy for dedicating 2 endowed lectures this fall to our 3-part public forum on democracy and academic freedom, to be held at 7:30 p.m. on 3 evenings, the evening of September 3rd and the 17th, as well as October 15th. I encourage you to join the conversation. Stay tuned for further details. Finally, as we return to our daily work, may we also rededicate ourselves to caring for each other in our Wooster community and across the world. From our founding, the College of Wooster has pursued a global mission rooted in learning and love, and our student population and curriculum today reflect that identity. So that speech from Nauru is one of those great speeches in history, like Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech or the Gettysburg Address. And so I'll quote him one more time. "Peace is said to be indivisible. So is freedom. So is prosperity. And also is disaster in this one world that can be no longer split into isolated fragments." As we work together this year in our courses of study, teams, ensembles, associations, and beyond, may we fully realize the challenge of perpetually becoming a community of independent minds working together, continually becoming a community that rejects the illusion of fragmentation, so that we see our identity and our destiny as one with that of our classmates, our community, and the world. I look forward to working with all of you in crafting an outstanding year together, and you know how we end our speeches. Go Scots! Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of Academic Affairs, I have the pleasure of acknowledging the dedication and achievements of our faculty. First, we welcome back faculty this academic year who had a research leave during the 2024-25 academic year. We had over 24 faculty who engaged in research projects in a wide array of disciplines, resulting in new collaborations, writing, performances, and presentations to their greater scholarly communities around the world. The results of their time away bring them back to our campus to serve as professors, research mentors, and IS advisors, refreshed with new ideas and areas of focus. To highlight the breadth of the work, I share a few projects. Analysis of the role of spirituality in the experience of Black undergraduate women, choreography and production of a dance film, study of grasshopper visual speed, examination of different culinary traditions in Brazilian cookbooks to understand cultural identity around the time of its independence, methods of analysis of fluorine-free firefighting foams, politics of the governance of outer space, paths of decolonization of education in Francophone West Africa and the French Caribbean, placemaking by grassroots organizations in U.S. recreational sites, disentanglement of dust and star formation processes in spectral measurements to understand the evolution of galaxies. We welcome all those faculty back to our campus and look forward to learning more about your research achievements this year. Second, we celebrate our faculty who have changes in their title to reflect tenure, promotion, or endowed positions. Before announcing the names, I will read some excerpts from the letters of support for faculty undergoing review, as written by their students and external reviewers who are scholars in the field. These are just a small sample of the accolades they received for their teaching, mentoring, research, and service. I have never been able to understand my own creative potential until his course. Her support and mentorship throughout my senior IS helped me to discover my purpose for research. She is a gifted advisor who fosters working relationships based on mutual respect. The kind of work he is doing is important in that it pushes boundaries and challenges common perceptions of language and what it can do. One of the most impressive aspects of his portfolio is his willingness to learn new methods, and it is this quality that assures me that he will continue to produce cutting-edge research. She is positioning herself to add still more value to her research community, and the work it produces is increasingly creative and impactful ways. His ability to balance encouragement with accountability helped me achieve objectives I thought were out of reach. The first milestone of faculty that we recognize today are those who achieved the milestone of tenure. Please stand as I call your name, and we will applaud after the 6 have been named. Rebecca Garanzak, Spanish. Christopher King, English. Darren Kendall, Art and Art History. Colby Long, Mathematics. Sarah Martin, Chemistry. Rebecca Williams, Biology. Please join me in congratulating these faculty. Second, we have 2 tenured faculty members who have been promoted from associate professor to professor. Please stand and we will clap following your names. Professor Michelle Leby, Political Science. Professor Jeremy Report, Religious Studies. Please join me in congratulating them. We also have special titles awarded to faculty in particular disciplines for whom generous donors created endowed professorships. We have 8 faculty members who enter this academic year with new titles. Brian Cope, Raymond and Carolyn Dix Chair of Spanish. Claire Eager, Mildred Foss Thompson, Chair of English Languages and Literature. Mark Graham, James F. Lincoln, Professor of Religion. Richard Lettinen, Tyrone L. Peterson, and Dorothy R. Peterson, Professorship in Biology. Niklaus Mons, William F. Harn, Professorship in Physics. Lee McBride, Frank Halliday Ferris, Professorship in Philosophy. Peter Mowry, Neil O. and Gertrude M. Rowe, Professorship in Music. And Megan Pollock, Lewis M. and Marion Center Nixon, Professorship in Natural Sciences. Congratulations. I conclude by recognizing all of our faculty and staff for their work to support the Wooster community and their impact on each student's experience in and out of the classroom. We witness, hear about, and value their dedication and efforts to create a meaningful educational arc from FYS to IS. Thank you for all you do to make Wooster a special place to study, work, and thrive. On behalf of Academic Affairs, I wish everyone a wonderful start to the new academic year.
Welcome, everybody. Good morning. And to those of you returning, welcome back. Those just starting your journey, welcome to Wooster. On behalf of the faculty, it's my honor to speak to you and offer a few words of encouragement as we kick off the school year. Whether you're just starting or have the finish line in sight, this is an exciting time. A critical step in your rite of passage through higher education. You're at the start of the next chapter in your story, filled with both excitement and uncertainty, I'm sure. As an artist and educator, I often think about the purpose of art in a liberal arts setting, specifically how the aesthetic dimension of your work, enriched through a program of independent study, we all do that. Your perceived patterns, you form judgments, and you create meaning across disciplines. Your knowledge expands as you begin to find the connections between your subjects. You learn to see how information takes form, finds rhythm, creates balance, and cultivates a space to imagine. And that's pretty liberating. Your world expands and becomes inspired through a network of interconnection. Learn to appreciate and take pleasure in the process as you learn. These are the moments your aesthetic faculties are cultivated. Aesthetic mathematician and philosopher Alfred North Whitehead defined art as the imposing of pattern on experience and our aesthetic enjoyment and recognition of the pattern. The art of passage. As you begin this journey, approach your education not simply as an acquisition of facts and skills, but a way of shaping your perception. You will take courses across the arts and sciences, the humanities, subjects you may care deeply about. Others, you might just simply pique your curiosity. No matter how eclectic your mix, strive to find the connection between them. This is the heart of the liberal arts experience. Rather than divide and conquer, synthesize, harmonize, and find the threads that unite and connect. Your practice of uncovering and understanding guarantees a life of perpetual discovery. Let this become your art, along with your creative journey. Early 20th century writer, philosopher Elbert Hubbard said, "Art is not a thing, it is a way." Seeking to integrate art into the everyday life, Hubbard understood that art cannot be objectified or confined. It is a lens for looking and a way to weave together diverse threads of knowledge. However you choose to put yourself together, do this with enthusiasm and with meaning. Seek what is good, beautiful, and true in you, as the ancient Greeks would propose, and give it form through the work you do. This is our nature. We are literally designed as creative engines. Of course, the energy and time required to synthesize and connect all the bits and pieces can be a bit daunting for one person alone. That's where the potential of our ethos comes to play. I'm going to say it. Independent minds working together. Find your fire and fear will wither. Poet and essayist Audre Lorde wrote, "When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid." Find your fire. Whatever excites you, whatever charges you with energy to look longer and harder into a subject that resonates deeply, embrace it. Then share it. Articulate yourself to others and find people who offer a glimpse into a world nearby. Work together. Challenge each other. This will make you stronger and lift you higher. It's just a fact. The richer the perspective shared, the richer the view. In collaboration, enrich each other. The pleasure of learning together will create new bonds and friendships that endure. Take every opportunity to articulate yourself and explore the ideas you grapple with in the dark. Learn to think and dream and reflect out loud in the light of others. Take risks, embrace mistakes, and find your flow. With courage comes risk, and with risk will come failure. I guarantee it. This chain of events is inextricably tied to trying new things and learning what you're capable of. As Irish playwright Samuel Beckett wrote, "Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail better." During my own time in art school, there was a moment when we were told to put away our erasers and draw only what we saw in the model before us. Terrified at first, every mark eventually became more meaningful in ways I couldn't have predicted. Little by little, I learned to accept each stroke without question, as if it were directed. Mistakes became a foreign concept. Momentum moved forward. Drawings became more confident and present, revealing something vital in return. Within the creative process itself, life became visible. As a result, I learned that beauty is fearless, it's transparent, it's honest, and unattainable in any other way. Take risks. Learn to see failed attempts as evidence that you're pushing yourself beyond what you know, to understand what you don't. Step out of your comfort zone. See what is possible when you trust in the process. Every question asked, every experiment attempted, and every new discipline adds to the composition of your knowledge. Your passions pursued, your education fully lived, all contribute to a collective far richer than one person can create alone. In the words of diarist and writer Anis Nin, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. In closing, acclaimed American poet Robert Frost visited Worcester in 1962, delivering a speech here at McGaw Chapel while receiving an honorary degree and participating in the dedication of Andrews Library. With Frost's affection for nature and belief that human beings are an integral part of it, it's easy to imagine he would have been delighted to find our campus with its canopy of trees, gently framing and veiling the architecture we inhabit. I'd like to leave you with one of his most beloved poems, The Road Not Taken. Its message speaks directly to this moment. Trust yourself, take risks, and find the art in what you do. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling you this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and this has made all the difference. Thank you for your time. And one last note, if I might. I just opened a second section of Introduction to Ceramics. So if the art bug bites and you have room in your schedule, we'd welcome you to join us. Have a great year, and I look forward to seeing what you create. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Phil Olson. I have the distinct pleasure of leading our grounds department on campus and representing staff today. To the incoming class, welcome. To the faculty, staff, returning students, welcome back. Convocation marks the beginning of a new academic year. For the class of 2029, this is your first official moment as part of this community. You've arrived full of hopes, questions, maybe even a little nervous energy. That's exactly how it should be. But this place you're stepping into, it's more than just a campus with lecture halls and dorms. It's a living, breathing community. Some people here are beginning their journey like you. Others have spent their careers helping this college grow, thrive, and evolve. There are faculty who have taught generations of students, staff members who have raised families and built lives around this place. Much like the 2,800 trees on this campus, there are 2,800. We have them inventoried. There are people who have put down roots, not just professionally, but personally. All of them, all of us, are part of what makes this college more than just a collection of buildings and classes. You'll learn a lot here, from brilliant professors, from your IS experience, and the questions you ask in and out of your classroom. But I want to encourage you to also learn from the people you might not expect. The custodians who keep your spaces clean and safe, the tradesmen who keep our infrastructure in working order, and the grounds crew who work before sunrise to make sure our campus looks its best. The people behind the scenes who make it possible for you to succeed. Every one of them has a story. Every one of them has something to teach you about work, about resilience, and about community. So as you start this year, be open, be curious, say hello to people you pass on the sidewalk, ask questions, and then ask some more. Take time to connect, whether it's with someone instructing your favorite course, coaching you on the field, or spreading the mulch outside of your dorm. Aside from my job as manager of grounds, I'm also the head football coach at Smithville High School here in Wayne County. As a football coach, I spend a lot of time talking about the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is where games are won and lost, where fatigue sets in, where pressure is the highest, and where your true character, both as a player and a team, are revealed. And today, I want you seniors to hear this. As cliche as it may sound, I know it's cliche, you are entering the fourth quarter of your college journey. Now, some people think pressure is a burden, but I want you to see it differently. I heard this quote the other day, and I think it's absolutely fitting for this occasion. Pressure is a privilege. This quote resonated with me for multiple reasons. It means you're doing something that matters. It means people are counting on you. And it means the moment in front of you is worth rising to. Over these next months, you're going to face challenges, deadlines, decisions, uncertainty about your future. You're going to feel tired, maybe even tempted to coast. But this is where resilience comes in. When the game gets tough, the toughest players dig deeper. The same is true for you. So how do you keep going? In my opinion, you remember your why. Why did you come here? Why did you choose this school, this path, and these people? And why should you finish strong? Your why is your anchor. It's what carries you when things get hard, when the distractions pop up, and when the finish line feels so far away. Let me remind you of this. Your time here isn't just about you. It's about the legacy you leave behind in your classrooms, your organizations, your friendships, and your community. I challenge you to leave a mark that's meaningful, one that builds others up, one that sets an example for those who walk this campus long after you're gone. So, as you step into this final year, treat it like the fourth quarter. Play with urgency, play with purpose, play for each other, and I challenge you to finish strong, because how you finish will be remembered far longer than how you started. In closing, I'll leave you with this. The true value of your college experience won't come just from what you learn in class or the degree that you receive at commencement. It will come from the relationships you build, the perspective you gain, and the community that you helped create. We're so glad you're here. Welcome to the start and completion of something important. Thank you. Best of luck. Go Scots.
Can everybody hear me? Nice. Awesome. Hello, lovely students, wonderful faculty and staff of the College of Wooster. My name is Flynn Cowie, and for those who do not know me, I am this year's Scott Council President. I am honored to be standing before you all today, both excited and nervous for the last year of our undergraduate experience. Bear with me through this next section, please. The world we live in is perilous and a hotbed for confusion and suffering. It's a world racing forward with technological expansions too often without thinking what that expansion means for our humanity and our health. A world where products are focused on capital, built for profit rather than for people. A world where lives are lost over land and ideology. And yet, it is simultaneously a world of great beauty and hope, a world of intense diversity, depth, creativity, and connection. At Wooster, alongside you all, I have had the honor of becoming one of the lucky ones. Here, we have been taught kindness, the importance of collaboration, and the profound value of diversity. Diversity not just as an idea or an arbitrary number to be filled by an institution, but diversity that is a lived reality that enriches our thinking and perspectives. We, the lucky ones who can see the injustice in the world and feel the crippling angst of being in such injustice, we have been given a gift. The gift to speak out and to speak up. The gift to participate in academic freedom and humility with a diverse array of peers and mentors. A gift to take what we have learned from these teachers of life, students, faculty, and staff, and share it with those we meet along our way. It should not be the differences between us that drive us apart. Our differences are not walls to divide us. They are bridges to help us cross into new ways of seeing. So be open, be willing, be active and engaged. Lead with kindness and empathy. Our differences should be the very instruments that help us grow, learn, and expand. This year is vital for us. It is a time of practice. Practice in all that we have been taught here, being independent minds, working together, collaborating deeply, fostering community. I have no doubt that I will feel the love and goodness this incredible class will spread, not just through this final year at our home away from home, the College of Wooster, but also when you venture to your next home, whether that means returning to your hometown or going somewhere completely new. You will have a lasting impact if you remember your diverse experiences and the depth of humanity they represent. So this is a call to action. Take steps to embody your best self this year. Be strong, be resilient, be vulnerable. Vulnerability breeds growth. Compromise and collaboration create nuance. As Wooster students, we are among the fortunate who can help. Many do not have the privilege to be strong. So we must, in the name of diversity and collaboration, in the name of independent minds working together, be strong for others. We must lift each other up, for who will lift us if not those around us? I speak to you today with great urgency, seriousness, and care. Go out and be who you are meant to be. A member of the Wooster community, a human being, a champion of life. Well, there's not a last page, but that's okay. I was going to say something along the lines of, my greatest pleasure here is getting to see people that I walk by every day and smile and give them a kind look, because I believe that these small acts of acknowledgments truly do uplift and inspire people. So I'm always willing to communicate. As the president of Scott Council, I want to communicate with the student body who I am to represent. That means seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen, everybody here. I'm looking for your perspective because I continue to want to expand and grow alongside you all. And then I think the next thing that I was going to say is I have a shameless plug, which is that Scott Council meets every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. in the alley. These are always open to students. This is starting open to students, faculty, and staff, of course. Everybody is always welcome to come. The first one is on September 1st. Oh, sorry. And we are looking for solutions, not necessarily just critiques. So please bring your thoughts, ideas, opinions, concerns, solutions. We would be thrilled to have you. I want to thank my fellow Scott Council members for their deep devotion to the community, and a huge thank you to all students, faculty, and staff for making these past 3 years of my life so memorable, meaningful, and truly foundational. I look forward to this year with you all, and thank you for your time. Go Scots.
Hello, everyone. I would first like to say a big thank you for the opportunity to stand before you all today to address the senior class of 2026. I'm Edith Michelle Abwa, and I'm a senior BCMB major, which is unreal to say. I'm an international student from Ghana in West Africa, and on campus, I currently work as an RA in Brush Hall and one of the events coordinators of the illustrious ASU. Today marks the beginning of the end, and it's more than surreal to know that we're on the final lap. I remember walking onto this campus not knowing what to expect. My very first call home was me crying to my mother that I needed to go back home, and I'm sure many of us can relate to that uncertainty, being far from home, unsure of what was ahead. And yet, here we are. We've grown, we've endured, and through shared experiences, we built a deeper and unique understanding of ourselves and individualities. For this address, I was asked, what would you like to say to your first-year self? It's been 3 years. What do we wish our 18-year-old selves had known? If I could go back, I would tell her this. Give yourself grace. You do not need to have it all figured in a day. The friends you're looking for will find you. The opportunities you think are out of reach are actually waiting for you, and in time, everything falls into place. Over these years, our interests have shifted. Some of us have discovered passions we never expected, be it fields of study, organizations, or even hobbies we thought we'd never love. That's the beauty of this place. Navigating a college environment independently has a way of stretching us, surprising us, and showing us what we're truly capable of. To this day, we continue to discover ourselves. But let's be honest, this journey wouldn't have been possible with the people who walked it with us. The friends who pulled us through tough days, the mentors and professors who challenged us to think harder and dream bigger, the lab partners, teammates, club members, and everyone in our individual corners. They are the reason this place became more than just a campus, it became home. The class of 2026 is resilient. We've carried one another through late nights of studying, through victories worth celebrating, and through setbacks that have definitely taught us humility and lessons I personally wouldn't forget. We've learned to show up not just in the spotlight, but in those small, quiet moments of encouragement that meant just as much. So now the question is, what legacy do we leave behind? Not just in our research or our grades, but in the kindness we've shown, the leadership we've taken on, and the changes we've made to this community. Those are the legacies that outlast us. Now, just as importantly, what do we carry forward into the 9 months ahead? Worcester hasn't just prepared us to finish strong here. It has prepared us to step into the world with precision, passion, and with resilience. We are not the same people who arrived here after driving through those cornfields, wide-eyed and uncertain. We are thinkers, leaders, dreamers, and builders, and as we look forward, let's challenge ourselves to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. We cannot turn back the hands of time, but we can choose to cherish the remainder of the time we have left, to live each moment fully, to pause and appreciate the community around us, our friends, our professors, and all the people who have shaped us. And I'm grateful for the lessons I have learned, the mistakes I have made, and the continuous learning experiences. Stumbling is not a failure. It is how we learn, how we grow, and how we move forward together. And I hope we can carry that with us wherever we go. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Here's to senior year, and thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Are we off to a great start for this academic year or what? Let's give another round of applause for our speakers. I offer my thanks to our speakers as well as to all of you who have joined us for this time-honored tradition. This officially ends our 156th academic year. Excuse me, we've just started it. We've only just begun, but it's the fourth quarter for some of us. So, all right, this officially convenes the 156th academic year at the College of Wooster. I look forward to all we will accomplish together as a community of Scots. The Wooster Pipers will play during the recessional with the faculty and members of the senior class. Faculty, if you can, please gather on the north steps of Calc Hall for our annual faculty photo following the ceremony. Thank you. And once again, go Scots.